Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a fun YouTube hop for the ones that have did it last year. It's the Groundhog's Day hop that is put on by Jackie over at JQ. And what she did last year was that she said to scrap lift yourself. And we're going to keep scrap lifting that same layout over and over and over like Groundhog's Day. Well, for whatever happened last year, I think there was too much going on in February because I know last year, if I check my channel, I didn't do this hop because something else was on my day and there was a lot to do in the month of February. So what I did was that I decided, all right, I'm going to make a layout. And I'm going to do this every day, every year, and we're just going to go over and over and over and over. So this is one of my layouts that I did while I was at the retreat, and this ended up going up on one of the challenges that they were doing throughout the crop, and unfortunately I didn't win, which is fine because it was too busy. A lot of the scrapbookers that were there, I have to say, was doing like the old school way of what I call old school of let's see how many pictures we can fit on a page or like 2 pages, like a 2-page spread, and we're just going to see it. So I followed this layout pretty well, and I know that I've done a layout like this before, and because I remember doing it, but to try to find the photo is non-existent. I don't know. I know I did one like this, so I'm kind of scrap lifting myself. But ultimately, what I'm planning on doing is that I am going to start out this way and then go from there. And so what I did is that I took these strips and I placed mowed lawn underneath for it to pop out, because this is one of those vintage collections that came from the scrap room. That was one of the vintage fishing ones that I know for a fact that this is one of them I would have never picked, and I still would have never have picked. But it made me challenge myself to see what I could do with it, and I feel like the end result for this came out perfectly. My daughter is in it. It has nothing to do with fishing, but my daughter loves to fish. So it worked out well to where I was able to use this vintage collection with an everyday photo and have it come out as amazing as possible. So the photos are of while we were up at Fran's house one of the weekends. I remember. It was right after I got done with summer school. The year, not last year, but the year before, when Josh was stationed over in Kuwait. Because last year we went on a trip during the summer. We went to one of the lodges that we like to do to go out hiking and just to, be out in the wilderness. And so this one was while Josh was deployed. And so what I'm going to use is that all of the papers that we got in the collection, I am now using it for my background pieces just to add to it so that it works. And so I am just going through all of the papers, distressing like y'all know that I love to do. I got 3 photos on this page, and this was a bench that was outside of the waterfalls that we were going to. So this was a small little town up in the mountains. So Fran's daughter, one of her daughters, lives up in Spruce Pine, and we went up to visit her along with her 2 sons, and they will be in the photos as well because Fran scrapbooks the kiddos too. It's Austin's dad that I talk about every once in a while. Not my son, but her grandson. And so that is the layout there. Look at it. Turned out wonderful. And now I'm coming in with the little embellishments with it, and I'm going to try to place these to the best of my ability because it's a lot of fishing type outdoor stuff. And I know that this works well for her. I just love how it turns out. Like, I took a fishing collection and there's no fishing to be had. My daughter absolutely loves being outdoors, loves being in the mountains, love going to look at waterfalls and all of that stuff like my husband and I do. And the one thing that my daughter loves to do with Josh is to go fishing. That is like their thing that they do together. So it works out wonderful. And so I thought that this would work perfect, even though it has nothing to do with fishing at all at this point. But make sure that you go check out everybody else that's linked down below. I am new, so this is the layout I am going to scrapbook next year and the year after and the year after, or until whenever Jackie decides to do this. So I'm glad that I joined in this year and I had time to do it. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. I do upload between 2 to 3 times a week. I do collaborations, design teams, and all of that fun stuff. We're in the month of February, so I am on my second virtual crop, and my second sketchbook just dropped. So make sure you check the description for everything. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. The still shots are coming up, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.